Today is the big day. Everyone is at the arena. It's the annual game of tic-tac-toe. X and Zero are ready. The game is about to start and they are both more nervous than ever. Lately, the vibe between the two of them is weird. But they have no time to think about it. The game is starting. X is the one that makes the first move. He is the last year's winner. Actually, he's the only winner in the past few years. Zero beat him for the first 2 years, but after that... He liked the feeling when he won, but lately he felt bored. What's the point of playing the game if you know the result? On her part of the arena, Zero was ready to make the final move of the round. While doing this, she was thinking about the result too. She remembered how nice it was when she won. But when she realized how happy was X when he won, she decided to lose the game every time. She loved him and she wanted him happy. The round ended with the usual ring and her loss. X gave Zero the first move. The game would give him this choice as he won the first round. He still loves Zero. He remembers the day they met. It was the first game of tic-tac-toe and love at first sight. He remembers asking her out after the game, and since then they were inseparable. Literally. But in the past few years something happened. A break in the relationship. He was feeling like he has grown a lot and Zero didn't. This made him think poorly about her, even if he didn't want to. He couldn't help it. Meanwhile, Zero was thinking about the past too. X was still handsome and she still loved him. She remembers all the years that she supported him gladly. How she administrated the everyday life of hers and his. She was motivated by X's happiness. But lately, it seems that all these are not enough. X is cold with her. He doesn't listen to her opinion anymore because she doesn't have the credentials. She feels like he thinks she's stupid, and she is always trying to prove him otherwise. The round 2 ended with X's win, again. Going into the next round, Zero was continuing her thoughts on the matter. She realized that what is bothering her the most is her not winning the game. She knows she can win and something inside her keeps pushing for it. And that something is very powerful. All these thoughts lasted the entire round. A round that Zero won, but not because she wanted to. It was because she was busy thinking and her mind played by itself. She also won the 4th round. Now the score is even and Zero felt like she is alive again. She decided to win this year's match. Somehow, this long-forgotten feeling made her think about herself for a change. In his corner, X was confused. What just happened? How can Zero win this game? After all these years? Something is wrong. What if she is cheating? Yes, this must be it. Now he went from confused to angry. He trusted her and she betrayed him. The crowd was crazy. For the first time in so many years, the game was not predictable. They never witnessed such a good game. Zero winning would be an important page in history. The round was almost over. There was one more move from Zero to happen. She could win. As she was deciding what to do, it was total silence. Zero went into the middle of the arena. She was hesitant and you could see it on her face. She was a bit afraid. What if she will upset X? She closed her eyes, smelled the air and made the move. Sitting face down on the arena's board, the next 3 seconds felt like forever. Total silence. Everyone was in shock. And then, all of a sudden, the crowd went crazier than ever. Zero won! Now they were all around her congratulating her. But X was nowhere to be found. He just disappeared. She wanted to go and see him, but she didn't have the courage. She was convinced she upset him. She decided to go home instead. She was exhausted mentally and physically. She will see him tomorrow, maybe. She went to bed still thinking about her and X. During the night, she had a weird dream. She dreamt about her life with X. But she was X. This dream was like she was watching a movie. She realized how her partner had no idea what she was doing for him. Waking up in the morning, she was more confused than ever. What the dream could be? While she was having her coffee, the doorbell rang. It was X. Very nervous, Zero invited him in. X came and sat at the table, and without any more introduction he said, "I am ashamed. Yesterday when you won, I thought you cheated. I went home feeling betrayed. The night was so bad that I barely slept for 2 hours. When I woke up, I realized something. We don't know each other anymore. I know what you did for me all these years, but I didn't see it until now. And this is because I was ignorant. Would you be able to forgive me for this?" Zero was looking at him. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. She just realized something. It was her fault too. She looked at X and said, "Thank you. Without realizing, I was waiting for you to say something about it. But I have to apologize too. I did all these things for you. I thought I knew what you want, but clearly I didn't. I gladly supported you, but I lost myself. And this makes me unhappy. I don't like myself anymore. And how could I make you happy if I'm not happy?" X was surprised too. It's like Zero was a different symbol. He didn't see this part of her in years. For a while, none of them said anything. They were looking at each other. Somehow, after a very long time, they were connected again. And they both realized what is next. They needed to break up. Zero needs to find herself again, and X needs to find out who he is. And the only way they can do this is not being a couple anymore. Now, you think that they are hurting because they still love each other. But no, they actually feel relieved. They both saw the opportunity to be happy. And who said that they can't be friends? In fact, they decided to keep it this way. And who knows, maybe one day, when they will be ready, they will be a couple again. They both finished their coffees, and X was at the door preparing to leave. They hugged, and before he stepped out of the house, Zero asked him, "Just before you go, I am curious of something. What made you see all this now?" Zero looked at her, winked jovially, and said, "I had a dream." He kissed her on her cheek and left. Zero remained standing in the door. She was surprised. Is it possible that X had the same dream like hers?